Good day all. Today we'll be looking at another example under bisection method. So our question says find a root of f of x equal to x squared minus 4x plus 3 in the interval 0, 2 using what? Bisection method. Okay, so we can solve. I will always encourage anyone that we like to solve this in order to understand it better, but it's not compulsory. It's not a compulsory step. Is to always kind of get a sketch, a rough sketch of what the graph is meant to look like. So let's have our x-axis and our y-axis. Let's put it here. So for us to solve, we'll ask ourselves, what is the value? Remember, the question is asking us to get the value of x when what? Y is what? 0. Remember, y is something as what? F of x. So this is our main what? Focus. We want to get that. Okay, so first of all, ask ourselves, what is y when x is what? 0? And we'll say that y is equal to x square. That means we'll be having 0 square minus 4 times what? 0 plus 3. All of this will give us what? 3. So this is telling us that when x is what? 0, y is what? 3. So we will have 1, 2, 3. So we have our first point here. For the next interval, we have when x is what? 2. What will y then be? We have 2 square minus 4 times 2 plus what? 3. This times this is 4. 4 times this is 8. 4 minus 8 is minus 4. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. So when x is what? 2. So we count 1, 2. Y is what? Minus 1. So let's say here is minus 1. So if we are to trace, our dot should be somewhere around here. And this is a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation normally, its graph form normally has two forms. It's either it goes like this or it goes like this. But from our own, we can see that it is going like this, because our first line, this is where our first dot is, this is where our second dot is. So definitely to go like this and then go like this. But we're not interested in the second one. We're only focused on the what? On the first one. It can also be that it's also like this. Maybe this part might be just a part of this. So we are not sure. From this information given to us, we are not 100% sure if it's either like this or like this, because it can either be like this, presenting this part of this one, or like this. So we are not 100% sure yet, but this is what we know. We know that one of the roots, whether it is like this or like this, one of these two roots, this is a root here, this is our x-axis, remember. One of these two roots is this, that is here. And from our rough sketch, it is telling us it is in between 2 and what? 0. Which is exactly what the question is now telling us, to find that particular what? Value. So remember, what we are using is what? Bisection method. The idea here is to keep dividing that particular spot into what? 2. two equal parts, you get the value that you're looking for. So when we divide this 0 and 2, I would like to broaden the diagram. So let's say here is 1 and here is 2, and maybe beneath here we have -1, and here is your 1, here is your 2, here is your 3, and we have another point here. So we have something like this. So it's definitely going to fall in between this our 2 and 0, according to what the question says. Okay, now this is the point we're looking for. I'm trying to get this point. So we want to divide this distance, this 0 to 2, into 2 equal parts. And when we do that, we have that the middle point in between the two of them is going to be what? 1. Common sense will tell you that is what? 1. So 1 is our new what? Middle point. Now what is y when x is now what? 1? And we have what? 1 square minus 4 1 plus 3. 1 square is 1. 4 times 1 is 4. So having 1 minus 4, which is what? Minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3 is giving us what? 0. It's giving us what? 0. So since it is giving us 0, what it means is that the exact place that our line, that's why I say this is a rough sketch. So it is meant to be given, this line is meant to be crossing here. So this is telling us that the place that x, so the value of x when y is what? 0 is what? 1. It turned out to be what? To be 1. This is what our equation is telling us, that the value of this place is what? 1. We are trying to find the value of x when y is 1. And what we have been doing all this while is dividing each of the interval. We had this full length, we divided into 2. When we divided into 2, we got 1 to be in the center. We then asked ourselves, we then imputed that 1 into this formula to check if it will give us what? 0. And when we did it, it gave us what? 0. And because it gave us 0, we then conclude that the value of x when y is 1, when y is 0, is what? 1. And like I would say, like I normally do say, the diagram is just a what? It's just a guide. It's just a guide. It's not always correct. So like now our diagram is telling us that it's meant to be in between 1 and 2. But the solving is telling us that this is actually what? Wrong. The drawing is what? Wrong. That's why this is a rough sketch. But it's just meant to guide. But it doesn't give you the exact answer. That is why you cannot just plot the graph and give them a particular answer. So this is the more accurate way. But to visualize the step you are taking, the graph will aid. So that's all for this video. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.